Oh, I'm starting.
Yeah.
So the first episode of the podcast came out January 24th of 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Since then, there have been countless projects that we have reviewed on this podcast that we've talked about in detail on this podcast. And so here is our rankings. We'll start with mine. My ranking of my top 10 favorite projects since the podcast started in January of 2023. At 10th place, I've got Talk to Me.
Okay.
The horror film from A24 and Raka Raka. Is that their YouTube channel name? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Australian YouTubers. I really like to bring her back, but I just adored Talk to Me. You and I saw it in a theater at like a premiere event for it, and we went on to after party, best grilled cheese of our life.
Dude, I'm still thinking about it.
We still talk about it. This was in 2023. We still talk about it. But
the after party to us was not a networking event. It was not a social event. It was a find more grilled cheese event.
It was unreal. They were bringing them around in these tables, and we said, we'll take 5 every time.
Yeah, we were as obnoxious as we were allowed to be getting those grilled cheeses. It was
Absolutely.
crazy. I want to go back. I miss them.
Back to the list. Talk to Me. It floored me. It shocked me how scary it was, how entertaining it was. It's funny at times. The acting is exceptional. Easily one of my favorite projects since the podcast has been around. Talk to Me is number 10. I saw it in theaters like 5 times or so. I loved it. Number 9. Maul, Shadow Lord. This is the only one from this year on this list. It's very low on here just because I like a lot of this stuff. We didn't talk about this on our 2026 list, but like Doomsday's going to be ahead of most of the stuff we just ranked.
Hopefully.
Spider-Man, probably going to be our favorite movie of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Odyssey's probably going to be high up on each of our lists. Like, there is a lot of stuff that comes out this year that could be on this list.
But so far,
the only thing on this list is Maul, and it's pretty low. I loved Maul, but I just love a lot of these projects higher. Number 8, again, this is a movie I gave an 8 out of 10. I probably still give it an 8 out of 10, even though most of the stuff I have on this list is 9 out of 10s or higher. But I got Avatar Fire and Ash. It's kind of a mess. It's a little long. The pacing is a little off. The beginning isn't great. Whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. Some of the highest highs of any project since the podcast has existed. I love Avatar Fire and Ash. I've been quoting when I drop my arm, you and your little girlfriend are dead. You especially die a lot. Oh my gosh. Jake Sully, Neytiri, the whole sequence with Neytiri rescuing him from the city on Pandora. One of my favorite sequences in any movie ever. Love Avatar Fire and Ash. The ending had me bawling. Love it. I don't like it better than Way of Water. I think Way of Water is a clearly better movie. But there are absolutely moments, like anything with Varang, where I'm like, oh, this even supersedes Avatar Way of Water. At number 7, Alien Romulus.
Really?
You think that's low?
Yes.
You thought it was going to be higher?
Yes.
You might be forgetting some stuff. That's
why you're going first.
Exactly.
And you're higher on Alien Romulus than me.
I adore Alien Romulus. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's what I can say about Alien Romulus. I can't say enough good things. I feel like we said it all in our review. Isabella Merced is obviously one of my favorite working actors, and I think she has the best scream in any horror movie ever in that film. Keely Spaney's performance is great. David Johnson absolutely steals the show as the synthetic Andy. And I just think The Offspring is so brilliant. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Alien franchise is at its best when it is a strong allegory for sexual violence. And I think that The Offspring is one of the strongest examples of that in the entire franchise. I love Alien Romulus with all my heart. Number 6, I've got Wicked. Just ahead of it. What? You're surprised that Wicked is so low?
Yes.
You're forgetting some stuff. You're forgetting some big stuff, brother.
What?
Number 6 is Wicked. Loved Wicked. We saw it like 15 times.
So many times.
It's so great. Honestly, Wicked and Alien Romulus, the reason I put Wicked ahead of Alien Romulus is because we did both agree that Wicked was our favorite movie of that year. But like thinking about it now, as we just talked about earlier in this episode, I do feel like I like Alien Romulus better. I think part of that is because I think Wicked for Good was so ass.
Yeah.
That like it has made Wicked worse for me a little bit, unfortunately. But I just have to remember that, like, I loved that movie so much. I listened to the soundtrack so much. Wicked's great. I love Wicked. It absolutely is on this list. It's just whether or not it's ahead of Alien Robbers or not.
God, Wicked for Good was so bad.
It was really bad. Number 5 is The Penguin. The Penguin, absolute 10 out of 10, total banger. I mean, when we talk about best performances of all time as villains in superhero projects, we immediately name Colin Farrell as the Penguin, and he's got 10 minutes of screen time in the Batman and then his own show. Like, that's how good his own show is. He's fucking spectacular with a capital S and a capital P. Like, he's incredible. The performance, and then obviously we've talked about it to death, that ending. I mean, what a brilliant show to make us love this character so much and in one scene make us hate him and so excited for Batman to beat the shit out of him. It's incredible. Incredible stuff. Number 4 is, I assume, a project you're forgetting, X-Men 97 Season 1.
Frick.
Now,
10 isn't enough. I'm going to feel so bad about cutting any of these.
Start to finish, X-Men 97 Season 1 has lower lows than a lot of the stuff I think on this list. I think it has lower lows than Alien Romulus. I think it has lower lows than Maul Shadow Lord. I think it has lower lows than Talk to Me. But the highest high on this entire list is episode 5 of X-Men 97. Remember it. Remember it might be my number 2 on this list if we were doing individual episodes. Like, if we were just counting individual episodes, Remember it might be my number 2. Like, so incredible. So the highs of X-Men 97 Season 1 are so high, and goodness gracious, I can't wait for Season 2. At number 3, I've got Invincible Season 3. Invincible Season 3 is just such a fucking banger. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, the start with Cecil, it lulls a little bit, but then the ending with the Invincible War and Conquest, 2 of my favorite episodes of the entire series. I loved Invincible Season 3 so much. Invincible, if Invincible ends up becoming my favorite show of all time, Invincible Season 3 was the season where I really fell in love.
Yep, me too.
Number 2, can't believe it's number 2 because it just has to be number 2 because number 1 is number 1. I assume we have the same number 1. Number 2 is Superman.
Yep.
Holy shit. I rewatched the scene. If you were to tell me rank the top 30 scenes in Superman, this wouldn't be my top 30. But the scene where Guy Gardner and Lois and Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl are just at the Hall of Justice, future Justice League location. And they're just chilling there. And Guy Gardner is like, do you know about the hypno glasses? Mr. Terrific, explain it. And then he doesn't let him explain it. He's like, he makes it so that his face looks different to you than it actually does, so you don't know who he is. And she's like, I know this, but you definitely shouldn't be telling me this in case I don't know this. And he goes, so you know he's Clark Kent. And she goes, why does he trust everyone? And he goes, he doesn't trust everyone. He trusts us because we are of the cloth. It's the best. Every scene in Superman is the best. It's just the best. It's so fucking good. And I feel like we don't talk about the DCU as much as like the MCU or Star Wars or anything on this podcast because we haven't gotten enough of it yet. But Superman is like the best movie fucking ever. I love it so much.
Good for you.
It's so great.
Good.
It's the best. I love it. Every time I think about it, I'm like, damn, we got a superhero movie, a Superman movie in 2025. And it was fucking perfect. Number 1 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Get out of here if you thought it was going to be anything else.
Easy.
Probably my top 5 favorite movie of all time.
Easy work.
Easily my favorite project since the existence of the podcast. And we got it so early on. We got it 6 months into this podcast existing. Or 5 months in. I don't know. It's fucking peak. Is so fucking good. The beginning, the ending, go fuck yourself. The middle, everything works. The animation is some of the best animation in the history of animation. The line delivery, the voice acting, the choreography of the fights, the story, the brilliance that Miles is the first anomaly, how that impacts his arc in the movie, and how excited we are for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse is one. Let's hear your list.
All right. That was a good list. That was a
you,
good
baby.
list. I remembered most of those. There were a couple that I didn't.
Yeah. Quick honorable mentions: Guardians 3. I don't know.
I got some honorable mentions that I'm gonna
I don't even know. K-pop Demon Hunters
Oh yeah.
is an honorable mention. Like,
All right. All right, here's my top 10 list of projects since the podcast has existed. Honorable mentions: Avatar, Fire and Ash. The reason I'm bumping that out of my top 10 is because it's a little bit too repetitive of Way of Water.
Yep.
If Way of Water was on here, Way of Water came out 1 month before the podcast started, I'd put Way of Water on my top 10.
me too.
Yeah, there you go. Penguin. Penguin is unbelievable. Sinners is unbelievable.
Yep.
The fact that it's not my top 10 is ridiculous. We've gotten some great stuff. And then Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I wanted that to be in my top 10 so bad, but I couldn't do it. It deserves it. I'll tell you to go watch that movie every single chance I get.
Was that our first event together?
No, I mean, we had one at one DreamWorks thing, I think. Did you go see Teenage Kraken? No, you didn't. There was something else. I can't remember. It was early on. That was a lot of fun.
You're talking about like the Fright Night thing or whatever?
Yeah.
That animated show? That was not before
Really? Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I just saw a picture of that recently, and I was like, oh, that was a long time ago. Okay. So at number 10, I'm going to put One Piece.
Wow.
Yeah, love it. I'm telling you. Season 1 blew me away, and then Season 2 re-blew me away again. So
Yeah, that was since the podcast. You're right.
both of them. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of doing the whole show, but I could break it up into seasons, but I'm just going to do One Piece. The next two are also TV shows. I'm going to go Daredevil Born Again. Obviously, that's not going to be up there for you because you didn't like Season 1 as much or Season 2, but I love both of them.
Yep.
Season 2 does some stuff better than Season 1, but Season 1 still has a lot of great stuff. I just really enjoyed it. If I'm thinking about back on things that I remember enjoying and remember moments of watching,
You love that shit.
Daredevil needs to be in the top 10. At number 8, I have Invincible. Again, I'm kind of combining the two seasons of the show. Season 3 by itself would probably be a little bit higher on the list. Season 4 would be maybe a little bit lower, so balancing it out. Invincible's just great. Like you said, I think I always liked Invincible, but Invincible became something that I would put in the peak category or this is one of my favorite things ever category with Season 3. So I was really excited about Season 4, and I've been enjoying it even more since then. At number 7, I have Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What a great conclusion to that trilogy. What a great story with Rocket. It was funny. It was entertaining. Not a perfect movie, but something that reminded me why I love those characters and why I love the MCU and what superhero movies can be. And I really enjoyed it. Very emotional. At number 6, I have X-Men 97. Again, if we were taking one episode or one thing, the Remember It episode would be number 1, number 2, I don't know, it would be a lot higher. There were a couple, not MODOK, what the frick is that guy's name? Mojo, thank you. The Mojo episode brings it down a little bit, and there's some times where I feel like we're kind of going like this, but then, the highs are just unbelievable. So X-Men 97 deserves that spot. At number 5, I have Attack on Titan. It wasn't the entire show, but the final season technically started in 2020 or something, or 2022. But if I remember correctly, I think I looked it up. The last 2 episodes came out in 2023. I'll double check me, but I did Google that. I think that's when they came out. So if they did, Attack on Titan is my favorite anime of all time. It's one of the top 3 shows of all time. And watching it with my brother, and a lot of people have a little bit of a problem with the final episode. Some people don't, but I think they wrapped it up. It's one of those shows where you set all this stuff up and everything's so bad and there's no way it can end happy. It's one of those things. So I think the way they handled it was actually pretty good. And the penultimate episode, the second to last episode, is one of the best TV show episodes of all time, I think. And I think both of those came out since the podcast started. At number 4, I have Alien Romulus. Great movie, great event when we first saw it. So that's a great memory for me. Saw it multiple times. The what's the creature called?
The Offspring.
The Offspring. What an unbelievable design. I think all of the scares and the way they handle it, the synthetic, the acting, what's the name of the freaking monster? The xenomorph. What a great movie. I do put Wicked right above it. Wicked is just such a great memory. It's one of my favorite movie memories ever. Just watching it with everyone, watching it with Zach, how much fun we have with the music after. It gave us, Cynthia did a great job. Ariana did a great job. Again, maybe it's not tainted because I separate For Good completely. But the longer I've sat with Wicked, the first one, part one, the higher it's gotten. The longer I've sat with For Good, the worse it's gotten.
Sure.
But I'm still listening to Wicked. I introduced it to my brother. My brother got to watch it when he was in LA with all of us. He went home and showed his family, his wife. He literally texted me today. He's on a job and he's out doing stuff, and he's like, I'm driving to this thing listening to Wicked. I got out to do this job that I had to do while What Is This Feeling was playing. What a great movie. And then our top two are, spoiler alert, going to be the same. At number 2, Superman. No one will ever make me dislike this movie. I understand why it's not perfect for some people. I don't think it's perfect, but the feeling you get from that movie, the hope that it has created and caused, some of the themes, Superman as a character, what it did for Superman's character, what it did for the DCU, just the way I feel and the other people have felt, the soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. Look Up, the theme, everything from the soundtrack I'm listening to. The speech that he gives Lex, I think what it did for the movie and superhero and DC fandom and just culture is better than potentially anything on this list. But then number 1 is Across the Spider-Verse. Surprise, surprise. It's a Spider-Man movie. It's one of the best movies of all time. It's definitely one of the best Spider-Man movies of all time. It is coming off of another one of the best movies of all time, hopefully to create one of the best trilogies of all time. I have a little bit of a problem with the ending. I think it goes on 20 minutes too long. But everything else is perfect. Everything else is perfect. The opening with Gwen, the conversation he has with his mom, the comedy, the action, the theming, everything about it is great. So that's definitely my number 1. I think we should work on a moments list next. Like a scenes. Because I think the scene with Lex and Superman would be up there. I think some, I'm going to do my own thing from Across would be up there. The Alien Romulus Offspring reveal would be up there. The X-Men 97 Remember It moment would be there.
Defying Gravity.
Defying Gravity is there. That would be a fun list. That'd be a really fun list.
Wow. And we can't repeat. So it's all moments from different projects.
Oh, you only get one scene per project?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. We can do that.
I might legitimately do the ending of Across the Spider-Verse. I love it so much.
Just that one scene where he's tied up. I could give you that. I'm not giving you
Morales. But you can call me the Prowler. Oh my gosh. I'm getting full body chills.
Yeah,
And then that into the Gwen stuff is just brilliant.
I'm going to do my own thing. Here's Prowler reveal. This is how far away it was. It needed to be like a little bit like this.
No.
That would have been great. All right. That's it for this week. We love you. Mwah.